But actually, I really want to discuss this right here. This is something that has been around for a couple of days now. I was originally going to make this video when I was in Mayo, but I have to make this video now. And it's like, you've got to be more. You got to be more convincing. This is clearly a clip. I don't even know what podcast this is. This is the most clip farming debate I have ever seen. This is the most clip farming debate I have ever seen. Like, this is two guys. This is literally, it's so hard. Like, there's no argument for Paige over Caitlin right now. Because when they played in college against each other, Paige was better. Or sorry, Caitlin was better. Caitlin was better than Paige when they played against each other in college. And then Caitlin was fourth in MVP voting. And Paige was not even National Player of the Year in college this year. So there's no argument for Paige over Caitlin. But this is the most clip-farmed thing I've ever seen. There is no way. Game knows game when it comes to clickbait. When it comes to clickbait, clip farming, game knows game. You guys might not. Obviously, I've got 40,000 subscribers here, but you see the two YouTube plaques behind me right there. I was one of the biggest Twitch streamers in the world. I was one of the bigger YouTubers in the world at a period when 2K was relevant. So I know clip farm when I see it, and I know fake arguments when I see it because I do it so much. I've played devil's advocate in so many situations, and I know when someone's doing it. Let's take a look.
I think Caitlin Clark is better than Paige Bueckers, and here's why.
There's no obviously. Obviously, the debate is pointless. It's absolutely pointless right now.
Cat, why you say that? Go ahead.
I get it. Caitlin Clark has revolutionized.
He's looking at the sky. He's reading. He's reading something. He's reading something.
The game, but Paige Bueckers is like Kyrie Irving, where her bag is phenomenal. She can do everything. She doesn't have to live and die by the three. She's the whole package.
Caitlin finishes at the basket better than Paige Bueckers.
The whole package. She can facilitate. She can get to the rack.
Caitlin led the W and college in assists. She led colleges in assists 3 out of 4 years, then led W.
She got a bag that nobody can handle. She just won a national championship, something that Caitlin Clark did not do. When you look at it like that, Paige Bueckers
trying not to laugh.
Is better than Caitlin Clark.
I disagree there. Now I'm gonna talk about this, right, with Caitlin Clark. She was all WNBA first team as a rookie. That's immediate impact off the jump, right? The shooting prowess is just unmatched. She's gonna just impact the game in like a Steph Curry fashion for women. We haven't seen anything like this. I do think she's the end all be all right now in terms of the new crop of superstars that's out in the WNBA.
I stand by this. This person does not watch Caitlin Clark either. Neither of these people are watching these players. She literally just said she made the all WNBA first team and she shoots from far away. She's female Steph Curry. It is literally, this argument, this is an AI argument. This is literally the AI arguments. She shoots like Stephen Curry. She's the female Steph Curry. She plays nothing like Steph Curry other than the fact she shoots from far away. And she shoots from way further away than Steph Curry. She's closer to like a Steve Nash. She's like a Steve Nash mixed with, or if Steve Nash played in modern NBA or modern WNBA. Mixture between like Halliburton and Nash. With a, mixture between like Halliburton and Nash. Maybe mixture between like Magic and Curry. But there is no player in we've seen like Caitlin Clark, men or women, which is why she's so popular. There's no one you can compare her to. Comparing Paige Bueckers to Kyrie. If you're going to compare someone in the WNBA to Kyrie, it's Paige Bueckers' teammate, Arike Ogunbowale. It is, someone said in my chat saying it's like comparing Curry and Nash to Kobe. Paige Bueckers is nothing like Kobe. Kobe would not stand in a corner for entire fourth quarters and watch his team. He did it one time ever. Caitlin Clark is closer to mentality. Skill-wise, maybe she be Kobe. But I don't know if there's a comparison with Paige Bueckers because when it comes to Paige, the maddest thing about Paige is that if Paige had the mentality of Caitlin Clark, she'd be better than Caitlin Clark, and I stand by that. But she just doesn't. And you can't teach... Not that you can't teach dog, because I'm not going to argue that against Paige, but there's a very rare mentality that you saw in a Kobe. It's in Caitlin. It was in Diana Taurasi. Jordan had that mentality. Even I wouldn't say LeBron has that mentality. It's a very rare type of mentality that Caitlin Clark has, that Paige Bueckers doesn't have. Not saying she's not a winner, not saying she's not, a exceptional player, that she's not going to be a brilliant player. But give Paige the triangle offense in the big 2025. In the big 2025. Kobe would probably play more like, I would say, modern Ant-Man. Obviously better. And maybe not even just because of skills, because of he just has more. He has more game. But he would probably play more like modern Ant-Man than anything else. Just the way he plays because of analytics have just taken over basketball. But when it comes to Paige, it's really hard to make a player-by-player comparison with Paige, because it would be like if Kobe Bryant was passive. It would be like passive Kobe. I'm trying to just think of like stars that have been just... And you can't even say like early LeBron, who was a bit passive because he was just ultra aggressive going to the basket. It's a real tough one. Like Kawhi-esque on offense, maybe, for Paige. Kawhi-esque on offense, like as far as her shot creating is concerned. Like her handle is good and it's extremely functional. She's an extremely functional handle. Like she's able to get to her spots and she's able to just rise up. But like at sometimes isn't kind of the main player. Yeah, I'll go Kawhi. I will say Kawhi, because we saw even like in that Raptors run, there were a lot of times he was deferring, especially down the stretch in those finals, to Freddie VanVleet. Chris Paul, don't think she reads the game like a Chris Paul. I don't think she's got that level of like feel for the game. And like it's a really hard to make a like for like comparison, because it's like Kobe without the Mamba mentality like could be something. And then if Paige somehow finds that switch, if she finds the switch that she had when she was in high school, if she finds the switch that she had, like Paige was a menace. Let's not forget, like in a not quite Caitlin Clark level, but Paige was a menace. People forget that. If she can manage to get that back, then we could be looking at this debate in a couple of years. But I think it's unfair to have that debate right now. It's really unfair to have the Caitlin Clark-Paige debate, because Caitlin Clark was as close to winning MVP in the WNBA as Paige Bueckers was to winning National Player of the Year in college, and Paige was 23 years old. And Paige was the third best player on her team in the Final Four and championship game. So I think it's an unfair debate to have, but I understand Paige going number one. But either way, these are people that have just, all he said is she got a bag, and all he said about her is, she made the WNBA first team, she shoots from far away. Not talking about the biggest thing with Caitlin Clark was her gravity. Her gravity was better than her shooting last year, and she didn't shoot the ball particularly well last year. It was the fact that her gravity and her passing and her ability to, she's a rare breed where she's able to use her gravity to create the space, and she's able to use her passing skills to find the player. And that's probably the biggest thing with Caitlin Clark. It's just her all-around offensive game. Defensively needs a lot to be worked on. And the only real debate for Paige Bueckers over Caitlin Clark is defense. And I don't know how good Paige Bueckers is going to be on the defensive end of the W. She'll be better than Caitlin, but I don't know by how much. So yeah, that's pretty much it.